Hey guys, Honest Gas here, and I'm going to show you how you've been doing Sodatab's chainmail the wrong way this whole time. I've got here a sample, which is actually the hood of my Sodatab trench coat, and you can already tell the difference between this Sodatab chainmail and the others. But the other ones, they actually fall apart while you're making it. They're so weak that that they just cannot hold up to any movement, whereas this is able to withstand, you know, elbow movement and armpit movement and all those joints. And so let me show you how they make that happen. We got two types of Sodatabs here, one like this and one like this. And so we don't want to use, we're going to want to use this kind of Sodatab. Focus. Come on. We're going to use this type of Sodatab for these, for this particular chainmail, and not this, mostly because it has this little break in the bottom here, and it's too weak to gouge this metal out. These are good for other types of things like the seams or a different style of Sodatab chainmail that I will also show you in another video, but we're going to use this one for these. And so I've got the Sodatab, and what I'm going to do is you'll need a pair of pliers and a pair of wire cutters. And so you're going to take the teeth of your your pliers. You're going to set them in the corner of the Sodatab. See if I can't get this thing to focus on what I'm working on. You know, this camera down a little bit. Alright, right in the corner there. And then you're going to pull it around to the top. And then you're going to peel it back. And you're going to have this little flake afterward. I like to keep them for future projects or accent pieces for your house and stuff like that. I would also love to see somebody make a resin ball out of this, out of these little bits of flakes of Sodatab. So we got that one. There's another one there. I'm just going to do a few of these, and then I'll show you some of the Sodatab trench coat pictures I got. I made this trench coat years ago, and I remember going up to a guy at the Scarborough Fair. He was making chainmail, and he had, like, you know, weapons and stuff like that he had made out of, you know, doing his blacksmithing thing. And I asked him how much it'll be to make a Sodatab chainmail trench coat, and he laughed, and he was like anywhere upwards from like $20,000 to $10,000 to $20,000 you're looking at there. And I was just like, holy smokes. I don't know if that was a regular price, but man, I knew that it was way out of my price range. So I decided I one day was going to make it myself. It's a little expensive to do from scratch, you know, making your rings and things like that, and it takes forever. But I happened to come across a really large amount of Sodatabs that my family was collecting over the years. And so I was like, well, that's fine enough. And I looked up Sodatab chainmail on the internet, and I was just like, I can't do this. There's no way it's going to be able to hold itself up. It's just going to fall to pieces just by wearing it. And even the lady in the video, she was pulling out of the box, it was falling apart as she was pulling it out of the box. So I was just like, I got to figure out some other better way to do this. I played around with a 45-degree angle double stacked, but it just did not do it well enough, and very quickly came up with the 90-degree angle gouged double stacked, and that turned out to be the best I could have possibly done. So now that we're back to this, we've gouged all these out, all the flakes, and so I'm going to take it and I'll put my pliers right up to where the bridge is. Have the flat part of your pliers where that is. Then you're just going to bend it down 90 degrees or close to it. So about there is perfect. You got one top, right? And then we're going to do it again, but upside down, and one bottom. So this is going to make a unit. Then we take the wire cutters. You want to snap it right in the middle. That way both sides are going to have equal amount of strength, and that way when they're together, there's just almost no way this thing is going to come apart. It does a little bit every once in a while with with regular maintenance, but it's far cry from what you see on the other stuff, where you would have to just constantly mend your coat or your whatever you made just to keep up with all the things falling apart. You won't even want to wear it. I've worn it to a vampire ball first night out, and I wound up winning first place. And so that was really cool. Never really won first place in anything before. And so it was really encouraging to make a second trench coat out of the other types of soda tabs I have. And I might make a video on that as well, but it'll be pretty self-explanatory. Once you get past this part, you can do all kinds of things. So we're just going to continue on making these real quick. And then I got to snap them. One, two, three, four. Two more for the top. All right. Top. Right in the middle. I actually used to have what I called my portable soda tab preparation station, and I took that thing everywhere with me. When I couldn't put them together, I was preparing new pieces to do when I got home. So it takes a really long time to do projects that big. I tell you, if you just keep on doing it, if you keep on playing, if you listen to an audiobook or watch something familiar on TV, and you don't have to concentrate all your focus on this or on whatever you're watching, then you can do this at the same time. So now we're going to put some together. So we got two here. You imagine it's going to take twice as long since you got twice as much materials, but you actually just hold the two together. And you don't want to bend these too many times. So if you can avoid manipulating these as much as you can, that's even better, because all you got to do, make sure that it's going to wind up in the right spot, is you just push a little bit of pressure on the two, and it just slides right in, and even for the most part closes afterward. You can push them back, but it doesn't matter too bad. So let's do that again. I'll make sure that I'm on camera. Focus. Focus. Come on. Come on, focus. That's alright, I'll have chances to show you. Alright, now that it's a little focused. So you just take it there, apply a little bit of pressure. You can kind of separate them to where they're not right on top of each other. Focus. And just slide it right on. I haven't done this in years, so it's going to take me a minute to get back into the rhythm of things. Grab one of these. slide that baby on. You don't have to really rough it up too bad. I'm just trying to make this video not so long. Should just slide right in. I've got a few more prepared over here. Alright, so I'll just do the bottom now. Go down one. Slide it in. Come on. That's why it's important that the break be right in the middle. That way you're not having to fight the soda tabs to separate them enough. There we go. Alright, so you see how that's put together nice and easy. This is a hell of a lot stronger than what you normally see. And so now I'm going to show you how to make a better seam. You can already tell how I did it. You essentially use two flats without bending them. Flats without bending. And then you attach the next, attach them that way. I've got a little bit of a sample here. You can use these soda tabs if you would like. That'll give it a lot of room as well. But you can also use these soda tabs here for the chain link, or for the seam, excuse me. So we're gonna continue on this thing. I'm just gonna Shanghai some of these soda tabs. I'll show you how to take them off. It's just as easy. Just kind of slide them out. There we go. Come on. There we go. Two, three, four. Four might be good enough. We'll do six though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Alright, so same thing as before. You just make sure it's going to wind up the right way. Here we go. Now the way you want these things is to be like that, right? Top, bottom, put them right on top of each other. There we go. Alright, you can already tell how it's coming into shape. Gonna make a lot of mistakes, guys. I'm just letting you know that. You know, they have to be on. You know, they have to slide in on a certain amount. Or sorry, a certain way. Like you want this to be on the right side, so you'll just have to remember. You'll be surprised every time you make that mistake, where it's going the other way. All right. Go. All right. So I think you can get an idea of how that works. Let's get a couple more here. I really hope you learned something, because I tell you, it's really strange that this is not. There's no tutorial for this yet. You know, there is now, but it's just like I made this trench coat years ago, and it never occurred to me to spread my knowledge. I just figured people would come up with it on their own, but I figure I'd just kind of show you guys how I managed to make a full-length soda tab trench coat that you can actually wear. You know, other than, you know, something that's dainty and has to be held together by thread or glue or something like that. There we go. There's the seam, and then you can add the chain this way or this way. Either way, it works out just fine. I managed to make a hood by essentially making corners, so you can tell from here that there's definitely not a round there. See how the soda tabs go this way, right? And you continue on the back. We got one edge here, right, and the other edge here, and it just kind of curves around. So there's all kinds of things you can do. I actually put my trench coat on top of a mannequin and then sewed seams into the coat until I knew it was secure, and then I just went row by row and just went shoulder to the floor with my soda tab chainmail. And thanks for watching, guys. I really hope this helps you out. I know that it'll certainly encourage you to do more soda tab creations now that you have a better way of doing it. And I might come out with another video for the other way that I make soda tabs. Chainmail. Where is it? Here it is. Here's another way. And this is liquid flexibility. This is literally like a net. And you can kind of feel it's a little chaotic there. You go on to the other side, and it's actually just links there, all linked together. And so, anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you learned something, and I can't wait to see what you guys made after learning what you saw there. Take it easy.